Hello, Republic of Fantasy Baseball. We have a pickle here. It's a pickle that Todd brought to me a few moments back. I posted in a poll. He asked me to do something about it. I told him that we could put it to vote. Mike brought up a good point. There are vested interests in this. People know each other. People are in the playoffs. People would be playing different people. There's a lot of different things in this besides this one person get in and one not. So other people are involved. So I do believe this is a question that should be handled by the person in charge of the league, the manager of the league, the commissioner. Okay. This past week, there have been a few things that I've thought maybe I should step in and take a poll and we get something done about. One was having managers that were not taking part in the final week swaying stats of teams that were playing and trying to get into the playoffs. I thought to myself, this isn't fair to the teams that are playing against other teams that are, actually setting the rosters and stuff. But I thought to myself, what's fair? Now, for the past, some of the teams that weren't setting the rosters had been setting their teams for some time. We didn't go in and change those. So we had to keep with status quo. Just because it was the last week and heading into the playoffs didn't make it a special circumstance. That's what I had to decide. So basically, those playing against teams that were setting the rosters and had, filled out their teams, they had to do what they could do under the circumstances to get in the playoffs. So, in comes Todd's situation. A manager sets his roster, hits save, and there you go, roster set. Todd has been a very good manager about setting his roster. I appreciate the manager that he's been. He's been a very good manager. He's been a very smart manager, a very shrewd manager. One of our best managers. But I think it would be, what's the word I'm looking for? Naive of myself and others to say that this had not happened before during the season. I know it's happened to me. Just once this past week, I didn't have Pujols in my lineup, and I wanted to. I went to set it, it didn't set, so I can understand this can happen. Something that I learned from it was I had to go back and check multiple times. I understand Todd didn't have that ability because he wasn't out, or he was out in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. I've been out in the middle of nowhere, Kansas. I know what that's like, Todd. I'm sorry. The most we can do is check our lineups multiple times when we set it, and this is one of those lessons we're going to have to learn. In keeping with not changing things to benefit some teams and not benefit other teams this past week with the roster situation and the inactive managers, because I didn't do something to benefit one team and not the other there, I cannot do that this time. So we're going to have to say that this is one of those unfortunate circumstances that happens, and we're just going to all have to learn a lesson from this. Todd is really unfortunate. I'm very sorry that it happened this way. Even if the vote went through and you did win, I don't know if you would or wouldn't have, but I don't know that I could have done anything. The most I could have done was bring it to Yahoo, and I don't know that they would have corrected it. So, unfortunately, fortunately, whatever it is, what we have now is the playoffs, as said in the video earlier tonight. So, Todd, I apologize. Daniel, you are 6th team in the playoffs, and we are going to go on from there. So, guys, I hope everybody's okay with this. This is, unfortunately, the way it's going to be. So, I hope everybody has a good night, and I hope everybody has enjoyed the season. I hope you think that I've been fair in many aspects, and I hope you think this is fair. So, I hope you all have a good night.